You are a senior Muslim leader, global, and you have been silent about what, at the very least, is a serious suppression of a Muslim minority in a neighboring country. Why is that?
You see, Peter, I find these selective pronouncements on human rights, I think it is so immoral. Now, China is one neighbor, the other neighbor is India. In Kashmir, there are 900,000 troops who've put 8 million Kashmiris in open prison. They have over 100,000 Kashmiris have died since 1989. The way what they are doing in Kashmir right now, and the UN reports saying what they are doing. Not one word of criticism in India, not just that, what they are doing to the minorities in India, to the Muslims in India, Muslims in Assam, the laws they have passed. It's a total racist government. Now, what I find so...
Now we're going to come... Kashmir is a very serious subject. We really want to come on to that.
But Peter, I'm following from there. Now, they want us to criticize what's happening to the Uyghurs. We have spoken to China. The Chinese are given an explanation what is happening there. And our relationship with China is such that we have an understanding that between us, we will talk to each other, but behind closed doors, because that's their nature, their culture. We do not talk about it in public. But in public, all I want to say is that why is there not such indignance about what is happening in Kashmir by the same countries that want us to talk about the Uyghurs? And my second point was also Peter, that the whole Muslim world is in turmoil. You go on from Syria to Yemen to everywhere, the Muslims dying. We, as a government, decided that our main focus right now should be a disputed territory between Pakistan and India, where all these human rights violations are taking place. Let the world take notice of that first, then we will talk about other violations of human rights.
On Kashmir, the world seems to regard Kashmir as a Pakistan national interest. And you regard this as above all, as a human rights issue. How can you separate the two agendas and get the world to focus on what's actually happening in India-controlled Kashmir?
You see, David, Kashmir was a disputed territory between Pakistan and India, and this was confirmed by 2 United Nations Security Council resolutions, which said that the people of Kashmir will be allowed through a plebiscite under the UN auspices to decide whether they want to be part of India or Pakistan. Now, that right was never given to them. But worse, in 2019, 5th August, they had the special status until this right of self-determination was given to them. They took away the special status. And they clamped down on them by sending these 90,000 troops there. And basically, Kashmir is an open prison. Now, our problem is that we are not now talking about it as a territorial issue. We are simply talking that allow the Kashmiris, and we in Pakistan have given them the other option. They don't have to come either to Pakistan or India, just their right, democratic right, if they want to be an independent country. So this is where it is. India, clearly the ball lies in Indian court. What do they do now? They cannot indefinitely have put these people in an open prison. Because having taken this step, I don't know what they expected. They are now trying to change the demography of Kashmir by bringing settlers from outside, which was also in the constitution provision prevented this from happening, that settlers would not be allowed to settle in Kashmir. And then the Geneva Convention, it states clearly that you cannot change the demography of an occupied country. Until that status is clear whether they're part of India, you can't change the demography. So they're actually trying to convert them from Muslim majority to a minority.
How dangerous a situation it's been rather forgotten because so much else has been going on. But how